Have Annke improved their app situation since the last time I took a look? I don't know, so let's find out, shall we? Hello and welcome back, or if you're new here then just hello. Happy New Year. Recently, whilst out on a walk, I saw a house surrounded with Annke cameras, which reminded me I had one awaiting review somewhere, so here it is. This is the Annke C500 PoE CCTV camera, not to be confused with their C500 dome camera. Whilst writing this script, I can already tell from the terms being used, combined with the fact that it's a PoE device, that this is going to be one for you geeks, but you never know, you never know. I try to approach all the devices I look at as a normal home user, and that's generally because my videos are watched by said users, although I do get the odd angry geek in the comments, so maybe bear that in mind. At time of scripting this video, this will set you back £49.99 Great British pounds, and you can find a link in the video description down below. Thanks. Right, let's get this thing out of the box and see what we get. The first thing front and centre is the gumph, also known as a user manual. Next, under the padding, a surveillance sticker, a quick start guide, a drill guide, and some waterproofing accessories, along with some raw plugs and screws. And then it's the main unit itself, which measures 22.2 by 12.5 by 12 centimeters and weighs 450 grams. You can see here an Ethernet input for data and power, and then a separate 12-volt power input if PoE isn't an option. That's it. Unboxing done. So this is a 5 megapixel camera, which Annke states is Super HD, which basically translates to being a resolution of 2592 by 1940 feet, which it gets from its 2.8mm lens and has a 115-degree field of view. It is not wireless and is powered via a network cable using a power over Ethernet device. It's IP based, so will work with an NVR as well as various softwares, for example the surveillance station on the Synology NASA. As well as both of these, it can also record to a micro SD card, not supplied, and a max of 256 gig. And as it is powered, can record 24/7. Due to its IP basedness, you can access and view it via multiple methods with an unlimited number of devices. The listing states it has a microphone for one-way audio so you can listen in. It has night vision, colour night vision via a spotlight, has an IP67 water resistant rating, and is compatible with Mrs. A only.
Here is footage from the Annke. I'm testing it. What do you think? This is just footage inside. This is just test footage. Yeah.
Annke also have a specific security statement on their listing, which you don't often or easily see. So that statement, secured by 256-bit AES, HTTPS, private protocols, and conform to GDPR, Annke Vision app is highly hack-proof. Wow, that's some statement indeed. So with said statement out of the way, let's get it set up and tested. Start by downloading the app from your app store of choice, but be careful, there are a lot when you search Annke. For this camera, you'll want to make sure you're grabbing the one called Annke Vision. Whilst that downloads, connect an Ethernet cable to the camera and then the other end to a device that's able to provide power over Ethernet. There are no real indications that the camera is powered on, so give it a minute and then open up the app. If it's the first time using the app, you'll need to allow it the various permissions it needs to access your device and your home network. I registered and provided the required information. Click the plus icon in the top right hand corner, and as I was unable to find a QR code on the box or the device, I chose the automatic online device option, where it searched my network and found the camera. You can also choose the manual adding option if you know the camera's IP address on your own network. Selected the device type, provided a login and encryption password for the camera directly, and then finally gave it a custom name before being done. Very basic settings for the camera can be found by clicking into the device, pressing the 3 dots in the top right hand corner, and then selecting settings. More advanced changes are made under the web configuration option, which is on the bottom of the same page. There are lots of advanced settings in here, from SMTP servers for email alerts all the way through to bitrate, frame rate and encoding options for the video feed. Far too many to go through in this video. It's also under this section, under event, event, and then basic event, where you can find the setup for motion detection and detection zones. You can thank me for that one later. So my opinions, and remember they are only my personal opinions, which means they aren't right or wrong, just my thoughts and observations. The Annke Vision app really isn't very good. Let's talk about the setup process, for example. What an absolute faff this was. Although I didn't show it in the setup part of the video, I had to set this up twice, as initially I attempted to add it, which it allowed me to do without registering first, but then I couldn't do anything without registering anyway, so I had to go through the whole process, adding it all over again. The app feels very disjointed with no clear guidance at all, and it made things that I feel should be very simple tasks extremely difficult. Take the motion detection, for example. First of all, it was a complete biatch to find the settings, and then when I did attempt to set a motion zone, nothing. I dragged and touched until my heart was content, which it never was, so I just gave up. Options to control the spotlight were all greyed out with no way of enabling them, so again, I have no idea if that aspect even works. When viewing certain screens in the app, I was unable to go back, as on my iPhone 15 Pro, the back button was underneath the time, meaning I'd need to quit out of the app. The listing states it's compatible with Mrs. A. I'd love to know how, as again, I was unable to find any option pertaining to this. As it's IP based, it should work in a web browser. However, sadly, when trying from Safari and Chrome browsers on my Mac, I was unable to get the live view working. Chrome on my Mac did ask me to install a very dubious looking plugin, but it failed because it was trying to download a Windows-based one. Right, now, I've started off with a little moan and I feel a bit better, so are there any good points? I like the fact you need to set a camera and encryption specific password because it all adds to the security. The camera feed loads very quickly with little delay, and the quality, to my eye, when set to HD was pretty good, even when using the app's digital zoom function. The fact this is a PoE camera means it's going to be reliable because it's connected via a cable, which is always a huge benefit within any smart home. The motion notifications, despite not being able to set motion zone, were very quickly delivered to my phone, which is good because there is no siren on the camera. So is this worth the money? Is it worth the $49.99? This is a tough one for me because although the setup process could very easily break you, these would be ideal for the geeks among us, and I am a geek at heart, so if you understand the terminology and want more control, then I'd say yes, but I can't recommend it to a normal home user. If you're looking for a proper CCTV system where you can configure it to your heart's content and record to an MVR 24/7, then yes, these are great and are much more of a CCTV based system than some of the other cameras I've looked at. But for the people that watch my channel, I just don't think it's going to work for them. Thank you again to Annke for sending me this. It is appreciated. And if you have any questions about it, or anything else for that matter, then please do let me know in the comments box down below. And whilst you're down there,
that's what she said,
please do consider liking the video, even if you didn't. Subscribing if you're not already, hitting the bell to get notified when I upload new videos, because it helps me get sent more free stuff like this to make videos about. So yeah, thanks for that, and thank you for watching. Goodbye, internet.
Throw this shade on me, like they all hate on me. Don't bring that rage on me. Why did